Did you know that the FCPA, the Foreign Corrupt Practices Act, can affect any employee, including those in human resources, facilities, marketing, and legal? The FCPA sets parameters for ethical business conduct in an international context. What is the FCPA and how does it affect you? The FCPA of 1977 was enacted for the purpose of making it unlawful for certain classes or persons and entities to make payments to foreign government officials to assist in obtaining or retaining business. In addition, the FCPA mandates that government officials in the U.S. may not accept a bribe or facilitation payments, although some argue that bribery is a way of doing business in other countries and that the FCPA discourages U.S. firms from investing internationally. The FCPA is rather lenient in what it permits compared to the UK Bribery Act of 2010. This law, similar in intention, prohibits facilitation payments to private entities in addition to public international entities. The history of the FCPA is rather brief, with its inception occurring only decades ago. The FCPA was necessitated by large-scale use of bribery in foreign nations where bribery was also legal, rendering a situation where the government official had almost no choice but to accept the bribe. President Jimmy Carter signed the law and made it illegal for persons in the United States to unfairly influence a government official through monetary or non-monetary gifts. In 2008, Siemens agreed to pay over $800 million for consistently violating the FCPA. Clearly, the FCPA is something to absorb and recognize its impact on global business. The Corruption Perceptions Index, or CPI for short, shows what countries' public officials are more likely to misuse public power for private benefit. Any business or government employee should consider and recognize the CPI as a cautionary item for engaging in international business. Numerous studies have shown how engaging in bribery exacerbates economic and financial conditions for the less wealthy, especially in developing countries. For example, when a public official from the U.S. successfully bribes a government official abroad to obtain business, the country's infrastructure is negatively affected and the money from the bribe stays in the hands of the powerful and wealthy. It is important to be ethical when conducting international business. The FCPA carefully delineates what you can and cannot do. For example, you may pay for a government official to receive training in a certain location, but it is not permitted to pay for his or her spouse or children to come along. Follow ethical conduct and be aware of the guidelines the FCPA outlines. You want to make sure that you or your company is not caught violating the FCPA and potentially facing an embarrassing crisis. Many major companies like BAE Systems, Halliburton, and Siemens have been caught violating the FCPA, resulting in white-collar crimes and detrimental fines. Play fair, engage in business ethically, and act responsibly when conducting international business.